One of the more famous customs of Shavuos is to be up the first night learning Torah till dawn. And the reason for this is we're told because when God came to give the Torah at Mount Sinai that morning, he found the Jewish people sleeping, and he had to wait till they woke up. It was a failing. And to atone for this, we have to stay up all night learning. But the question, of course, is the Jewish people were anticipating the giving of the Torah. They were waiting for this moment with great passion, with great excitement. So how is it that when the day finally came and God's ready to give it, they went to sleep and they slept in? So the Rebbe explained that it wasn't just a regular sleeping in. This was a deliberate, calculated act to go to sleep to receive the Torah, to be asleep when God speaks. And the reason for this, because they thought that this is going to be the greatest spiritual experience of their life. And this is God speaking to them. God's revealing. He's opening up heaven to them. So they felt that the best way to receive that revelation is to be in a more spiritual state of mind. And what happens when you sleep? Your soul goes up to heaven, or a big part of it. So they felt that there would be easier for them and more realistic for them to receive the voice of God, the revelation of God. But that was a mistake, of course, because ultimately what does God want? He wants us to be spiritual when we're in heaven. For that he has angels. He wants us to be spiritual only in a spiritual environment. Of course, that's not the purpose. The purpose is to be spiritual when we're awake. That when we're awake, eating, sleeping, enjoying life, making money, going about our business. And there, when we're awake in those activities, to be able to hear the voice of God, I am God, your Lord. If you can't do that, if you can't bridge those two together, you missed the point. So that is why we have to atone for that. And this brings me to one more interesting custom on Shavuos, or law. That is that on Shavuos you have to eat lavish good meals, to enjoy the holiday on a physical level. Other holidays, there are opinions that say that if you want to spend it in just being, davening, learning in spiritual ways, you can do that. There are some opinions. I mean, of course, you have to eat a little bit, but you don't have to emphasize it. On Shavuos, all opinions are that you must emphasize eating good meals. And that's why we have good meals on Shavuos. But the reason is because they're the same. God wanted that our meals, the point of the revelation at Sinai, God coming down to this world to talk to us, was that he's talking to us in this world, in our realm, when we're awake, eating, sleeping, engaging in the physical. And that's why on Shavuos we must eat, because if not, when we're missing, it's like sleeping again, and that's not the purpose. So I want to wish everyone a happy and good, enjoyable Shavuos on the physical level, and I want to just remind everyone to please make sure that your families are all here when we read the Ten Commandments, when we're awake, wake up tomorrow morning and come here at 10:30 to hear the reading of the Ten Commandments and re-experience that revelation where God speaks to us once again and says the words Anochi, all the Ten Commandments and all the rest. And let's receive it when we're awake, eating cheesecake and ice cream and all the other delicious things that we're going to have tomorrow, and then extend it to the rest of the year. Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom, and a happy and wonderful Shavuos to all.